Hello and welcome to the Silver King's War. I'm Michael Sievers, the writer, producer, and creator of this podcast series about my father's Second World War as a B-26 bombardier. Today we are in the epilogue of the first arc of the King's War that include the letters from Nashville, Maxwell, and Lakeland. The Silver King's War is a podcast series based on my father, Stanley Silverfield, and his writing, Dearest Ones, throughout his World War II service in the United States Army Air Corps from January of 1943 to October of 1945. Dearest Ones includes hundreds of letters written over almost the 3 years of his war from Air Corps installations in North America and Europe. His story began on a train from Birmingham, Alabama to Nashville, Tennessee. He was 19. The first arc of Stanley's war began and concluded at the Air Corps classification headquarters in Thompson Lake, Tennessee. Over 5 months, he rose and fell while hoping to reach his personal goal, to be an Air Corps pilot. But consider the context for the King and his war. Riding high to be a pilot, he crashed hard against a 75% washout rate through what he described as, quote, the washing machine, end quote. But he rose again, like the phoenix from the ashes. He was 19. I was 19 in 1967 and a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. The campus roiled with Vietnam War fury. And over a 24-year difference, the world was spinning out of control. But we never talked about his war or mine. Each year for both of us was formative. The King to his war in the Air Corps, and mine through the front page of the Chicago Tribune in a missive from home from Rockford. My parents asking, "Is this you, Michael?" Yes, it was me. Separately, the King and I took formative shape in year 19. My dad didn't earn his pilot wings, but he became a decorated bombardier, riding in the nose of a B-26, the greenhouse, as a marauder man. And I applied to be a conscientious objector to the war in Vietnam. And in my application, the King wrote a 1-paragraph letter supporting my right to object to the war. He didn't support my position, but he respected it. I traveled with the King throughout his war, and it's been quite a ride. And at the end of his first arc, he wrote a brief but significant letter to his family, dated Monday, June 7th, 1943. And I wanted to share this with you as we finish the first arc in his war and move to the next. Dearest Ones, didn't have time to write. Am leaving for Santa Ana, California in about an hour. That's a long way from here, and I dread the trip, but I'm tickled to death to get out of here. I'll write if I can on the way out. Then, when I get there, I'll write a long letter telling you what's been happening. So now I'm on my way to accomplish a 3-fold purpose. Get my commission, get a wife, and get a job after the war. I've got a feeling this is the big change in my life. Everything is going to work out swell. I love you and miss you, Stan. And to the King's credit, it did work out remarkably well. And I thank you for listening to the Silver King's War.